Yo, it's Riker.
What is up, you amazing, beautiful people? I hope you are doing well wherever you are at and whatever time of day or night you do end up watching this video, because I have a Skorpion G review for you today. I have 2 first-class games and a mastery game. So without further ado, let's get into the stats of this tank. For the survivability of this tank, for the hit points, you have 1,219. And for the main armor, I'm not even going to read those stats because you basically have no armor at all. Anything and everything can pin you, and it presented the opportunity. They will HE the crap out of you. You will just be deleted. So be very careful when you are playing this tank. When the engine is hit, you have a 20% chance of catching fire, and for the view range, you have 264 meters. For the concealment, while stationary is 53%, while moving 40%, and upon firing while stationary 8%. For the fire of this tank, damage per minute is 2,448. For the reload time, it is 10.42 seconds. For the average penetration, for the AP is 258 millimeters, for APCR 327 millimeters, and for high explosive 72 millimeters. And now for the average damage, for the AP is 460, for the APCR it is 390, and for high explosive it is 600. For the aiming time, you have 3 seconds. For dispersion at 100 meters, it is 0.290 meters. And for the gun turn limit, for the gun elevation, it is 14 degrees, and for gun depression, it is 6 degrees. So the gun depression is not too good on this tank, and you guys know I love my gun depression, so that's going to take a hit on this tank. Now for the maneuverability of the tank, your top speed going forward is going to be 55 kilometers, going in reverse will be 20, your average speed will be 33, wow, I just had a voice crack, just hit puberty again. Anyways, the power to weight ratio is going to be 17.7, and for the weight, the tank is 42.94 tons, and for the turn rate in degrees is going to be 21.87. For the terrain crossing capacity, for the road is going to be 100%, for the ground 92, and for water 71, and the engine power is going to be 760.5 horsepower. And that is going to do it for the stats of this tank. As you can see, it is, on paper, it's a pretty good tank other than the armor. You have absolutely no armor at all. But if you guys noticed in the replay, if you were paying attention to it at all, I was playing on the front line and very aggressive with this tank. And you can play very aggressive as long as you know what you're doing. For this battle, we did get 3,100 damage, 3 tanks destroyed in a first class. Not the absolute best, not the absolute worst. I felt like that gameplay really demonstrated that you guys can play this tank aggressively and up on the front line instead of being passive all the time. And now I'm going to tell you guys how I would play the tank and how you should play the tank. So personally, at the start of the battle, depending on the lineup and the feel of the battle, like I always say, go off the feel of the battle and how the battle situation is, adapt on that. But how I normally would play is passive at the start, get a feel for the battle, how the flow is going, if you guys are losing, if you guys are winning or not. And if you guys are winning more, then start pushing more aggressively, start taking those risks a bit more and all that. Just push up, and hammer that damage down. But if you guys are losing, obviously play more smart, play more passively, stay back, get those nice shots in, like this one right here, load HE. I get a nice 561 shot into that T49, and I take 272 in return. Since I am a squishy tank, I would have liked not to take any damage there. However, it was a trade, and a good trade at that. I did 300 if not 400 more damage than him. And that RHM, you do not want to be so aggressive to the point where you're already at a 1 shot at the first minute of the game. Do not want to do that. You want to be more of a second line tank. Second, kind of a first line. If that makes any sense, I'll try to explain. You stay back, hammer the enemy, and then when you see your opportunity, push and be aggressive like I am right here with this Annihilator. He's already a 1 shot. He's going to get deleted by the Type 62. No, the RHM actually took him out. And now, there are 4 enemy tanks over by A. No idea why they haven't capped A yet. That does not make any sense. And I figured that they are going to flank around. So I was going to cut them off, but the FV is spotted, so I load HE. However, I cannot get a clear shot off with all the objects in the way. If you guys do not know how HE works, if there's an object in the way, you cannot shoot through it like your AP, APCR. It will not go through. It will just splash on there and not hit your target. But here are the two heavy tanks and the TD, who, like I said, we're going to flank around. And since I had really no time to get into cover, I had to push up into the spot between the heavy tanks and the enemy TD. That's the only spot where they cannot fully hit me, and yet I'm still going to get hit by that FV since he flanked around. And I'm surprised the Ferdinand did not focus me at all, but I did load HE, get a nice shot into that FV. And our Lova went AFK. I have no idea why. I don't know if his game crashed or what, but that is kind of good for us since the enemy team is mainly just going to focus him, and the rest of us can start picking them off and whittling down their HP. And like I said, the FV does get a few shots off on us, but he is a one-shot, so I'm not exactly too worried on him, but I am going to back up and cover and take out this IS-2. And the FV was taken out by our teammates. All that's left is the IS-6 Legend, and he is close to a one-shot for me. I do push up. Now he's a definite one-shot, and I take him out of the game for the win and the final kill. And let's see how we did in that battle. We did 3,421 damage. And by the way, this tank is a very good credit maker. So for the premium aspect of credit making, it is extremely good. 115, and then total credits is 81 after it replenishes all the ammo and everything. And we did get the first class and 3 tanks destroyed. And we are on top of the leaderboard. So overall, a very good battle. And overall, I do really like this tank. I'm going to say it right now. Definitely get this tank if it comes on sale for a reasonable price. 100% worth it. One of the best or better premium tanks in the game, especially at tier 8. You have a bunch of tier 8 premiums, mainly heavy tanks. But this is one of the gems at tier 8 that really stand out and is a very good and effective tank, as long as you know what you're doing and how to play it. And if you guys would like to see how to play the Skorpion G video or something like that, let me know let me know down in the comments below. If you have made it this far in the video, go ahead and comment if you would like that. Just put yes, make a Skorpion G how to play video, or no, don't really care what you do, just do you. But let me know down in the comments below. And based off the battle right here, my team was pushing C, so I had to work with my team. I would have liked going A, but since my entire team pushed C, I have to adapt to that and work with them. And I did go up to that little bush area at the start of the game and looked over base B in case any of the enemy decided to rush B real quick and try to cap it out. I could have possibly got a shot off, my bad. And as you could see here, I am playing more passively, staying back and seeing if I could get some shots off on the enemy, and letting my team mainly get their attention and have them drawn out. Like this ISU 130 right there, get a nice 517 shot into him. And another one of my teammates does get a shot into him, lowering him down to a one shot, and the Progetto finishes him off. And I noticed that the Tiger 2 is being super aggressive, pushing on the left flank. So I hit him, and another one of my teammates does hit him. And he is getting lit up right now. He is a one shot for me. So I'm going to wait for him to pull out, and I'm fully loaded, and just take him out of the game right there. That's what you get for being super aggressive and not really having a strategy other than just YOLOing it. And I could see my team pushing up on the right-hand flank if you look at the minimap, or over there by the VK, as you can see him getting deleted. I push up a little bit, but I am being cautious. I am being cautious because I know that the enemy could spot me, and they could all just be waiting there to just light me up. Like that T-34 and Progetto are just right there. I tried to get a shot off, didn't quite go through. And these two big silos, whatever you want to call them, I did use them as cover. But then I decide I could rush down and cap out B. And personally, in my opinion, this position right here can be extremely effective if used right. And in this situation, I feel like this is one of the best positions to be in. I only really have to worry about that spot where I'm looking at right now if they come over, or that spot over on the other side, or if they come from behind me around. But it looks like one of my medium tanks, if you look on the minimap, is going around, so I don't really have to worry about that. Just mainly what's in front of me and immediately to my left, like that RHM and the Centurion. So I'm going to focus the Centurion, get a shot into him, and track him into place. back up and wait for a full reload. And I'm just waiting for one of these guys to rush me. In the meantime, I'm going to poke out, get a shot into him, and we did take our first damage of the game from that Centurion. Now there's the standard B. He's one of the biggest threats, the auto reloader. Very big threat. So I need to keep an eye on him, but I also want to get the Centurion out of the game since I have a free shot on him. So I poke up, take a shot, look back on that standard B where he's at, and he is nowhere near me, focusing me. So I know I'm in the clear to push up, and especially since my teammates finished him off. Get a nice HE shot into that RHM before the Progetto moves up and takes him out of the game for the win and the final kill. And we did very good that battle, and you will see we get the mastery, 3,700 damage, and 255,000 credits with 2 tanks destroyed. Like I said, this tank is an amazing credit maker, and overall this is an amazing tank. Like I said earlier in the video, highly worth it. If it comes out for a good price, definitely get it. One of the best, if not the better, premium tanks in the game. So if you have liked the video, smash that like button, leave a comment your favorite part of the video or anything in general down in the comment section below. Subscribe and hit that bell notification so you're always notified when I upload a new video. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.
How does it feel to breathe when you're dead?